welcome to the Dancing Bear Enlightenment Academy's podcast, Holistic Transformation. I'm your host, Dr. Beverly. This will just be a short one today because this is going to be a challenging week. We have Mars in opposition to Saturn, and we have an election, at least in the United States. I don't know about other countries. And it couldn't be a more challenging energy to deal with. We've been divided as a society quite a few years now. Some people say it started under a certain president a couple of presidents ago. Well, 1, 2, 3. And probably, I think it started thousands of years ago, and it's just reached a climax with certain people. And some people are way over here, and some people are way over there. I don't like either party, so I don't care what you believe. They're both extremists. And that's what we have energetically right now with Mars in opposition to Saturn. So listen to your favorite astrology. Some of them will say this is going to happen. Some of them will say that doesn't happen. In other words, we don't know what's going to happen. Everything is kind of crazy. But the energy that's going on is between accountability, telling the truth, manifesting things that are best for everyone, not just one side. It will create delays and obstacles because Saturn wants everything organized and appropriate, and Mars wants to just cut things and say, you can't do that. So what's going to be required is a lot of personal discipline. That means you. That means not getting triggered no matter what happens, because it's a time when we could have potentially a lot of conflict, because Mars brings, especially in Pisces, it's going to bring up a lot of pent up anger, hostility, and it's going to want to act out because that's what Mars does. So my suggestion is, if you didn't listen to last week's podcast, it was a meditation to help kind of calm you down, ground you, get you centered. Because no matter what you hear in the news, don't believe it. Okay. If you haven't figured out yet that the news is a bunch of lies, I'm sorry for you. Just go with the flow and wait it out. See what happens, because things are going to happen. And it's just going to go back and forth because that's the energy, the opposition between Saturn and Mars. So just know that in advance and just go with the flow. And it doesn't really matter what country you're in, because, excuse me, what we do in the United States, we're a big country, you know. What we do influences and affects other countries. You know, it affects our neighbors, Canada and Mexico. Hopefully it affects our borders in a positive way. They've been pretty negatively affected for quite some time now. And it affects Europe, it affects China, it affects the rest of the world in some way. Good, bad, and indifferent. So the idea for this next week is do what you are supposed to do, and be disciplined and meditate if you need to, be in control of your emotions, focus on security and taking care of yourself and your family. And if other people want to be in conflict, that's their business. But for you, if you have frustration, work through it without taking it out on anyone else. That would be my suggestion for you for getting through the week. And there are people in some states saying the count won't be done for days, which is stupid. Third world countries can do it in one day. Why can't we? We used to do it in one day without machines. So just know that it's going to be a crazy time and ignore the crazy and just be one with yourself. Like I said, meditate if you have to. My channel has tons of different meditations, and I did one last week called Figure Eight Meditation that will definitely help to ground you and balance you. So just be at peace. And that's my message for this week. So thank you for joining us. And if you would do us a favor, you can like, subscribe, and share the video to help your friends and loved ones to be calm and just go with the flow, because there's nothing else you can do but go with the flow. So thank you for joining us, and remember to be the light you want to see in the world.